Rosie. Welcome to my video. So today we are going to be doing a Scroller-Box unboxing. Now I have already unboxed it because it arrived this morning and I always get really excited. This is what we'll be working with today. I am very behind with my Scroller-Boxes. I think about like 2 years almost. Not quite 2 years, but almost there. And this is a recent one. What I do want to do is go through and do all the Scroller-Boxes. However, I saw this one today and I got just really excited about what's in it. So I thought, well, why not? I'm gonna do it. I obviously didn't plan it because otherwise I would have opened it on camera and it's already open. But here we are. I'll do like a Scroller-Box catch up as we go, and I do plan on opening some new ones, but today is this. Anyway, let's get into it. So, what we have in this Scroller-Box, in the July 2021 Scroller-Box, is alcohol inks. Now, these are something that I have never tried. I did buy some for my mom as a gift because she's into her art and she likes to do acrylic pouring and she always watches these kind of videos on Instagram. So I got them for her, but I've still never tried them. So I'm very excited about this. We have a magenta. We have a Caribbean. We have a diamond sparkle. So this is just to add iridescence, shininess and stuff to it. And we have an extender, which from my reading extends the drying time. It can be used to dilute all-round kind of solvent for it, I guess. We get a paintbrush, this Masterstroke Craft and Decorative Pro Art Series 60 round. That's a lot of words. Quite a little brush. One thing I will say, I don't know how well you can see right now because I was trying to set it up so that I could have a viewfinder on my laptop because I'm filming with my phone right now. But I have a Google Pixel 4 and it turns out you can't cast unless you have something that's Chromecast compatible, and turns out my laptop isn't, so I'm going to have to get a Chromecast, but I just really wanted to film that. You're just going to have to bear with me and hopefully everything's okay. We also get a pipette and a straw. So I guess to kind of move things around, and that should be a lot of fun. What else in here? You have the menu, you have your suite. Now I am from the UK, as you can probably tell from my accent. So I know a lot of the sweets already because this is a UK box, but this should be quite fun to try. I'm not going to try it now, but drumsticks, we love drumsticks. You have the sticker, and I like this one a lot. I think I will be adding it to my sketchbook. I can go over here. The Scroller-Zine, which has a spread with the items in it. There's quite a low resolution image of the brush there. I don't know how well you can see it, but it's a little bit pixelated. But I love this. I love the colours that we're working with. I'm really excited about this. I'm just kind of excited to make some mess. You have the artist, which is Jess Kirkman. A lot of information there. She seems to primarily do alcohol ink. We have her print here, and on here you can find her Instagram and her website and some information on her here. Again, I'm hoping you can see this. I'd have to stand up to check the kind of image that you're seeing, but everything's then going to shake. It's a whole thing. You have the tips. They do say that we can cheat and use a black fine liner. Solvent-based markers are best like a Sharpie. So we are allowed to cheat. And their advice is basically just to play with it. You have from the May 2021 box some of the art from then. I still need to do that box, but we'll get there. And then some just kind of information on the Scroller-Box there. So that's that. And we have this paper, which is non-absorbent. I got scared of this at first because I thought it'd be kind of squeaky, which kind of goes right through me, but this is like really smooth. It's a really weird texture. I do wonder how well alcohol markers would work on it, to be honest. I feel like maybe they'd be kind of cool, but that's not what we're doing today. So we'll get rid of that. And oh, one thing it does say as well, actually. Oh, I am all over the place. So, the July 2021 Scroller Box, the challenge is Nebula, which makes sense with what we're doing. So, that's that. Another thing it says is to protect your desk because it will stain, which would be less than ideal. So I should get something to do that. So give me 1 second. Get some water to wash off my paintbrush to mix my inks. It's got cat hair and dust in it. I have a full-time job. I don't do art as much as I'd like to. And I guess let's yeah, I'm quite scared. I like things to be perfect. This is not going to be perfect. I am already making a mess. It recommends to use gloves. I am not going to do that because I don't like gloves. I'm just going to stain my hands. It's fine. Look at the color though. I think there was advice on how to open the ooh. Okay, there we go. It's quite hard to squeeze. Oh, I need to pierce it, I think. How do I open this? Let's try and do it with my seam ripper. Ooh. Everything's going to be pink and blue. They smell great. I know it's alcohol, but like, I do love the smell of it. That's going to dry really quickly. I think there was advice on how to open these, but obviously I'm not listening to that. The advice was not to get your seam ripper and stab it open. Hey, well, I guess I got something on paper. Oh, these colours are like my favourite colours. Very on brand for me. I will say as well, this is the first video that I am filming. It's not going to be the first video on my channel. The first video on my channel will be a Meet the Artist. But that's going... I have almost finished with that, actually. I'm on the colouring stage for that right now, as we speak. As far as you guys are concerned, it will already be on my channel by the time that you see this. But that's on Procreate anyway, so it's not kind of physically filming, so I have a lot to figure out right now. This is probably going to be a mess, and I apologize. But we've got... Ooh, that's so... I don't know if you can see that. But it's so shiny. It's like a purple pink kind of glitter. That's gorgeous. Okay. And then our extender. I got off track. Yeah, so the first video you will see, or I mean, you can see it, you might not. But the first video on my channel will be the Meet the Artist. Again, which is a Procreate one. So it's not the same as this. So like I say, a lot of mess is going to be made during this. I've got a lot to figure out, but we've all got to start somewhere. Okay, so that's just the extender, so that's just plain. But I guess I've got cat hair everywhere. I have split the tops of these, which I guess is to be expected when you open it with a seam ripper. So, you know, oh well. So I'm just going to drop her it straight on. And then... I don't know what I'm doing. Ooh, that's fun. Oh, it's kind of going around the blue, which I quite like, actually. It's getting all goopy. Let's stick some kind of extender on top and see what happens when you do. Ooh. Yeah, so it kind of lifts it up, right? Kind of looks like... Well, okay, I guess it doesn't, but it kind of reminds me of a heart. I wonder how, like, whether you could just do a heart in this. Like, an anatomically correct heart. This is a tiny brush. Ooh, okay. Okay, yeah. so I don't like that. I mean, in terms of colour, you can't really go wrong, right? Because it's magenta and blue, which is always a great colour scheme. I don't like using the brush. I don't like that. I think for most of it, I don't want to be using that. And use it if I want to do something very, very particular. Kind of like the splatter. That's fun. That's another thing I could use the I could use the brush for is to do kind of a splatter. And that's dried. This is a problem with alcohol inks. They'll dry really fast. This looks like a mess. This literally looks like a child's art project. Like, you see these and you're like, wow, it's so nice. It should be so easy to do that. You just pour some things on. Just remember, things are not as easy as they seem. If you think you could do it, you probably couldn't. Like acrylic pouring, like the artists that do it, they make it look so easy. And that's a skill in itself, right? If you can do something so well that you make it look really easy, you're very good at what you do. So I have a lot of respect for artists that use these kind of mediums, because they make it look so effortless and it's so fun to watch. But if you try it yourself, it's so difficult. Wow, this is hard. Okay. So that's piece number 1. I'm gonna let it dry and try another piece. In the meantime, I'm gonna look at the scene and reread the tips and see if we can do something that is better than this, which, pretty low bar. Okay, so I'm back. This is dried. I don't think it looks that bad. I wouldn't put it on my wall, but you know, it's fine. So I did watch a couple of videos. I don't know how much they helped me because it's mainly a Leica skill that I have, but I think I'm ready to try again. I also got out my isopropyl alcohol to use to wash my brush off because I don't think I should be using water. So it also turns out this paper is called Yupo paper. I didn't know that was the name for it, but it does say it. I guess I thought it was a brand. I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention. And so you know as well, the brand for these is Marabou. So I'm ready to go again. I think what I want to do is start off a bit lighter and do like a blue one side, pink another kind of thing. So what I'm going to do is start off with a lot of extender, maybe one, we'll do 1, 2, okay, and then I'm gonna mix in with this because, you know, this is how I roll. So I'm actually gonna turn this around, I think. So what I'm gonna do is kind of drop some of this stuff on here. Maybe more than that. We're gonna work in little layers. And we're gonna build it up and hopefully make something really cool. So I'm gonna add a bunch more into that. I don't know, I want to be able to make one nice thing, but I also realize this video might go on forever, so whether I will edit out some of me talking and speed some of it up, or what, I don't know. I don't know if this is more blue toned because of that's just how it looks when it dries. Or if I had some, or if it's some of the blue in the pipette. I also want to use some of the Diamond Sparkle. I'm going to move on to the blue side actually. I'm going to keep switching between the sides because it might have some kind of nice mixing effect, which I think is what I want. I think I'm going to really go through this extender. And I'm wondering whether I should use the isopropyl alcohol instead. Because you can just use that, but I'm kind of... This is a really big bottle. This is not... Okay, let's just... Woo! Okay. I do have 10 sheets of paper. I'm definitely not going to do all of that with you guys here. I might play with it myself. Maybe if I get good at it, like I'll end up doing another video of alcohol inks, but that would probably be a while in the future. Like I'd love to get some more colors, and I know that there's you can get like shimmer. I mean, obviously there's a shimmer thing there, but you can get like metallic inks and stuff, and I think it would be really cool to work, like kind of play around with that. But for now, this is what I've got, and to be honest, I'm getting awfully ambitious considering I'm not very good at this. But it's about fun. That's kind of mixing a little bit in the middle now. That didn't have as many lines as kind of the pink did. They recommend do not breathe it in that much. They recommend either to wear a mask or to be in a well-ventilated room. Am I doing that? No. But I recommend that you do. If you do this, do work in a ventilated room, at the very least. I say that it's not ventilated, but you know, the door's open and there is airflow into this room. It's just I probably should open the window, but for filming purposes, I didn't want to do that. Okay, so the blue's still drying, but what I'm gonna do is... This one doesn't want to kind of... Ooh! What is wrong with you? No, I really don't know. Oh, the ball is in it. There we go. Yeah, so the ball... What I'm gonna do... because there's a ball to shake it up, right? Because there's glitter bits in it. However, it's just kind of blocking up the nib. So, I'm making an absolute mess. But my fingers all shiny and pretty. I don't know about anyone else, but I really kind of enjoy having paint on my hands and stuff. It makes me feel like an artist in some way. Anyone else? Just me? You know, comment down below if you feel the same. I would love to know. This is a problem because all the bits are settling to the bottom. I can still get some of it up, which is good, but it's quite a shame. This isn't going how I wanted it to go. So I think the better way to do this is to do this on its side. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in more pink to this, make that stronger. I'm so sad about the amount of glitter that I'm just kind of wasting here. I'm concentrating on this middle bit here because I think the blue is taking over and I don't want that. I also think I'm going to listen to the audio when it comes to editing this and such, and I'm going to hear how northern my voice is, and it's going to really distress me because typically I don't think I sound that northern, right? Not compared to how strong it can be, you know, if I whipped out my proper strong northern accent, but I think it's going to be more northern than I thought I was, and it's going to be weird. There's nothing wrong with sounding northern. You know, I love the northern accent. I'm running out the blue here. Oh, I was gonna put down more of this and I didn't. I'll do that now. I think I'm hoping that layering up like this might produce kind of like levels of the sparkle. What I do want, I think, is a bit more at the sides. Not really getting go up. Come on. Interesting. It's kind of pushing its way in, which is pretty cool actually. I'm just gonna let it do that. It is, like, if you look at specific bits, it's really pretty. I think as a piece, I don't know. I don't think so, but I think the blue has definitely taken over most of this. Oh god, this is a mess. I guess it's not turning out like I wanted it to. I guess I wanted more light over here and darker in the middle. I'm gonna come back to it in a few. Okay. So I just had a quick little talk to my partner break. So back into this. The shot might be slightly different because I took my phone down to, speak to them. But, whatever. So, this isn't going like I wanted it to go. But I guess that's a lesson. I would love to be able to make something just like really nice to show online. However, I don't think it's going to work like that. So what I might do is play with it in my own time for a while, and maybe one day I'll revisit it in the future. Like if I get any better at it. But for now, you get to see this sorry attempt. But this is the fun of trying a new medium. What I'm also gonna do is just drop little drops of diamond, sparkle, and see if it does something cool. Woohoo! Ooh. Yeah, that's pretty fun. So we'll see. I don't know. We're just having fun and experimenting, We don't have to make beautiful art. We can just play and have fun. And that's, the result that we get. Not everything that you make has to be a masterpiece. And I think that's important to learn. That's definitely something that I need to get used to, right? Like, I do not need to always make something amazing. I know that I struggle to do art a lot because I just think that it's not good enough. But like, good enough for who? Like, who am I making art for? You know, I want to share it online, but it's not a measure of my worth or my art's worth, depending on other people's reactions to it, you know? The important thing is, did I have fun with it? And I always think, like, oh, I'm not a good enough artist to be on YouTube, but like, who, like, there's no kind of standard that you have to be at to be on YouTube. You know, people will watch you or they won't. And if they don't watch me, then fine. Like, I'm having fun. It gives me a reason to do things, I think. I mean, I should just be able to do them anyway, right? But I enjoy just doing things, and I enjoy talking about things, and talking about the things that I enjoy, and the things that I'm doing. No one ever sees this, I'm fine. It's the worst that happened. At least I tried. I should let this dry a bit before I go at it with anything else. I also found, you know, it says it stains your desk and all that, but I found that if you just take some isopropyl alcohol, which this is tricky, you know, I've got this big bottle of here, bought it off Amazon, I think. I can, oh, I'm getting distracted, that's not what I meant to do. So I can dip it in this paper towel, which I've, you know, used for my cleanup today. Dip it in there. And it just wipes off. I might take a bit of elbow grease, but most of it should come off. Like, I think I have a little bit of a pink mark there, but it's nothing big. So, and plus this is like a really cheap desk from IKEA. And it's my art desk, so it can get covered in a bit of muck. So, this has partly helped this dry, and two, it's given some fun texture to it. It's pretty cool, but what I think I want to do is add some bits of kind of pale bits, so I'm just going to add on drops here. So I can make little light bits by dropping on this. Now in bits of like high pigment, I guess it doesn't work as well. But means I can add some more visual interest to some bits. I think I've definitely managed to make the pink more of a feature in this as well, rather than it just being predominantly blue, which I had a problem with before. You know what, guys? I kind of like it. I'm going back into some of these and adding another dot because I think it'll, I don't know. Yeah, see? Cool little cells. Should I just go? I'm enjoying this a lot. I wonder if... I guess I wish I had a larger paintbrush. Woohoo! Yeah, I wanted to try and do like a spray thing. and I kind of got a bit of a spray, but then I ended up with a big blob as well. This is the point, right? To have fun, to try things. I like this. You know what? I like this. I thought I was doing an awful job, and now I don't really think that as much. So I think I'm going to leave that there. It might take a few minutes to dry because I've just layered it on so thick, but that's that one. And I guess we'll cut to outro Rosie and finish up the video. So that was today's video. I've let it dry a little bit. It's still a bit wet. I dropped it on the floor, so there's a bit of cat hair in it now. Tried to pick it out, but it's a bit sticky. Might try that later. So this is the second one. And looking back at the first one, I actually do kind of like it. The two pieces are very different, but there's things I like about both of them. So I don't know if this is in the right place. I have to stand up. There we go. Okay. So this one, I like these bits where it's a bit paler and less vibrant, and then you've got the vibrant bits as well. This one, I like the cells, the glitter, and the interaction in the middle. So I think really what my ideal piece would be a mix of these two, maybe this but more of a background, and then a little bit this on top. So maybe, you know, it'd be like this on each side, and then in the middle you'd have it where it's a bit more built up. You know, I have more sheets of paper and I can do this again. So these are the alcohol inks. I'll put everything kind of around for this pretty outro shot. Thank you so much for watching. I hope it wasn't too much of a disaster. If you do like anything about this video, feel free to leave me a comment. Feel free to like it. Anything at all, I'd really appreciate. You can find my Instagram, my Artful, or my Twitter. The links will be in the description, and I'll also put them on screen, I think. Links to other videos I'll probably put on screen. There'll only be one at the moment, but maybe at some point, if you're watching this in the future, there'll be a future one. And I'm rambling, so I really enjoyed this box. I'm really glad I did it. I would love to play with this some more. And I definitely recommend for you guys to try it out. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!